Welcome to Thrive, building healthy relationships for lasting success. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about the intentional family. Without a working plan for your family's journey, you will likely head south toward less closeness, less meaning, and less joy over time.
So a family is like putting a raft into the Mississippi River. It must be steered and paddled, or you're going to end up somewhere where you are not expecting you would be.
So we want to share with you some family rituals of connection. And the best place to begin?
This is not going to be any surprise to you, but family meals.
Family meals, we all know, can be extremely stressful and not very productive at all if there's conflict at the table. The truth is, Mom and Dad, we take this time to be a little overbearing as we make our opinions and direction known.
Or we can be so distracted by watching TV that we're not actually focused on each other. We just did this. We announced we're going to have a family meal, and we had the best meal out there, but we said, let's watch a movie as we eat dinner. Well, within 30 minutes, both the girls were scrolling social media. We completely missed the mark. And then the next day, our youngest daughter said, when are we going to do our family meal?
Yeah. See, there are 3 phases of a ritualistic family meal. And paying attention to these discrete stages of family rituals can help you troubleshoot what's not working so well.
So the first phase is called transition stage, and it's moving from everyday matters into a ritual space where the sense of ceremony and connection are actually enhanced.
Yeah, think of it like this. When you go to church, you generally enter a gathering area where conversations occur at everyday voice levels. Some of you are even a little loud. I mean, there's laughing, there's storytelling, there's greeting, and all of that.
And then you enter the worship area where conversations are actually held at a lower level.
And then the final transition is when the worship service starts.
In family rituals such as dinners, the transition phase is crucial. Turn off the TV. Have everyone come to the table and be seated. Turn down the lights and begin with a prayer.
A good way to mark the transition from everyday interaction and preparation to dinner interaction.
The next phase is the enactments phase, the eating of the meal and the interaction with each other.
Now, don't forget, the purpose is to give the family a sense of connection and mutual enjoyment. And then the third phase is the exit phase. Now, the exit phase needs to be clear. In church, it's the benediction, the final song, or the pastor sending you out.
And ending the family ritual must be on a positive note. If it's on a negative note, you're actually going to sour the entire experience.
Could you picture the pastor at a church service chewing out the congregation for not giving enough right before they leave?
Good.
We know this can be stressful. So we want you to start where you are. Simply take a few small steps to begin the process of becoming more intentional. So when it comes to dinner time, here is just a few questions to ask yourself.
So who does the meal planning? It is best to have the involvement of other family members to make this successful.
Involve everyone and anyone you can. Who prepares the meal and sets the table? It's the same idea. Involve the others.
Is the environment conducive to connection and conversation? So create a separate ritual space or atmosphere, and the ultimate goal is to have the family connection.
When is the meal served? Predictability enhances the likelihood of a smooth transition. Now, don't get me wrong. This doesn't mean you have to have the same time every night, but make sure everyone knows what time the family dinner starts.
How are the family members called to the table? Don't start on a negative note. It's so bad if you have to call your family members 6 times to actually request that they come to the table.
Yeah, and about the 3rd time you cop an attitude, right? Here's another question. Who's present? Everyone, if possible. Now, we know, once again, this can be stressful. You can have a pouting adolescent, and it's so easy to just simply dismiss them from the table. I think that is a huge mistake. Keep them there, even if they're pouting a little bit. And we also know that, teens, they work, right? And then they have all these other commitments, whether it be athletic practices or, whatever it is. They are busy. We want them to participate if possible.
And what kinds of foods are served? One of the ways to signal a special dinner is prepare a special meal. So go ahead and take requests.
Yeah, and how about distractions and interruptions? Are they permitted or not? And then what topics of conversation are encouraged and what topics of conversation are discouraged?
We know this can be overwhelming. So just try one small change in your routine, just one.
Yeah, like asking everyone who is at home to sit down at the same table at the same time.
And it's okay if it's takeout food.
Oh, Chinese food. Some of our best meals have been around Chinese takeout. We want to encourage you to be flexible. We're not trying to add more stress to your life.
So let's be honest, we all have crazy schedules and commitments. So start just one ritualized meal per week.
Start slow. Make one simple change. Start where you're at. Maybe you light a candle. You turn down the lights. You play some soft music in the background. My friends, in the face of all the obstacles and distractions of modern life, intentional families, they find a way to use meals not only to feed their body, but to also feed their souls and their relationships. You have a great day. God bless and live love.